Good evening and welcome to the Tuesday Night Net of the Ozarks Amateur Radio Society. This net meets regularly on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. on this frequency of 146.970 with a PL tone of 162.2. My name is Wes and my call sign is AE0OC. While this is not an emergency net, if anyone at any time has emergency traffic, please call break. Does anyone have emergency traffic? Please call now. Hearing none, I'll move on to announcements. I will be using NetLogger for check-ins on this net, and anyone who wishes can check in early by monitoring the OARS net there. The Ozarks Amateur Radio Society meets on the second Saturday of the month at the Happy House Restaurant in Monette, Missouri. The meeting is at 7 p.m., but everyone is welcome to come at 6 p.m. to eat and enjoy some good conversation. Individuals pay for their own meal, but you do not have to eat to attend. You also do not have to be a ham to attend. Everyone is welcome, including family members and those interested in amateur radio. The next meeting at Happy House, will be Saturday, March 11th. More to follow. The OARS Club Ham Fest Committee is hard at work planning for this year's upcoming Ham Fest. The OARS Fest will be held at the Mark in Mount Vernon, Missouri on Saturday, March 25th. Doors will open to the public at 8 a.m. and will run until 1 p.m. There are lots of great prizes in the raffle. We also have some great vendors lined up, and testing for licenses will be available as well. For more information, you can find the Hamfest flyer at our website, www.w0oar.com. Saturday breakfast with the OARS Club for March will be 7:30 a.m. at the Angus Branch in Monette. The OARS Club now has 3 regular nets. The D-Star net, Monday at 8 p.m. on 444.150. The 2-meter net at 7 p.m. on 146.970. And the Simplex net on the first Saturday of the month at 7 p.m. on 146.460. And the Christian Fellowship net would like to invite everyone to join them on the SMARC 146.910 repeater every Saturday at 9 a.m. This is a non-denominational open net, and everyone is welcome to participate. This net is now being streamed on 5-9 Radio YouTube channel. So if you want to see how you sound on the radio or miss part of the net, you can go to 59radio.com for details and a link to the channel. Are there any other announcements of interest in amateur radio? Please call now. All right, well, hearing none, I am going to change things up just a little bit tonight and throw out one quick call for anybody who's short time or low power. Anybody that isn't able to stay for the whole net, please call now. All right, well, hearing none, I'm going to start with our NetLogger check-ins. KE6GAE, you're up first. Dave, how's your week been?
AE0OC, this is KE6GAE. 2 days in the work week, and I'm ready for the weekend. It's already been a long week. Tired, and actually don't even want to look at a computer right now after the last few days. But other than that, just sitting here trying to relax a little bit and checking into the net. So hopefully we don't get the rain they're talking about, at least the amounts they're talking about, because my backyard's a swamp. So we'll pass it back to net control, because that's all I got for now. So KE6GAE, back to net control.
All right, Dave. Yeah, I tell you what, I think that we're starting to get the ponds filled back up, and lakes levels are coming up. I mean, we're starting to do a little bit better. We're not in the drought that we were, that's for sure. But locally, I think that there has been some overabundance of water lately. So appreciate you checking in tonight, and we'll move on down to our next net logger check-in, K0SQS. Harold, how have you been doing?
K0OC and the rest of the net, K0SQS. Just fine, Wes. Thanks for asking. Thanks for running the net tonight. Talking about the moisture, I got out and played golf yesterday afternoon. Enjoyed the nice weather, figuring it was going to turn a little bit sour today, and the rain didn't materialize until late this afternoon, but it was a little too cool out there for me to get out and enjoy playing golf. Talking about the rain and the lake levels, I saw on KY3 where they've got a couple of spill gates open at Table Rock Lake trying to let water out, and the lake level has come up a little over 3 feet, I think like 3.5 feet since the December, January lake levels. It's currently at 918.5, which is kind of ideal for where we like to see it in the summertime, but that kind of lake level at this time of the year with rains that we've had the last couple of years, flooding, etc., I think we're in for another lake flood. Anyway, we'll see. That's all I've got. Back to you, Wes. K0SQS.
All right, Harold. Yeah, unfortunately, I think that there is probably a chance of that. It seems like we're always on the flip-flop of either a drought or a flood. But in any case, we'll take it how we get it because we don't have any other choices. That puts us down. Oh, no, got one just popped in here. We got one more net logger check-in, KE0MAD. Sean, how are you doing? And I am going to pop up some pictures onto the live stream of our activation out at Paris Springs.
Alrighty. Well, good evening. It's K0MAD. Just got done eating dinner, and I can't believe how short this net logger list is. Kind of shocked. Anyway, not a whole lot going on tonight. I had to go out to the farm and get my mom's car. It's broke down, had to haul it over to the shop to get worked on. Other than that, not much going on. After the net, I'm probably going to re-disconnect the antenna from the radio. Hope everybody is making good use of all the rain we're supposedly supposed to get. This is K0MAD. Back to net control.
All right, Sean. And I know we talked about it last night on the D-Star net, but not everybody has D-Star and able to hear us there. But Sean and I went out to the Paris Springs conservation area. I'll get my brain to engage here in a second, and did an activation and got the club activated out there. And we had a total of 50 contacts. Several of them were DX contacts, and a lot of them were DX contacts on 12 meters. It was really fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
And I've got a map of the contacts up there on the live stream right now for anybody who's watching and wants to see it. And I do agree, the net logger list was pretty short tonight. So, in any case, we're at the bottom of the net logger list. I'm going to look for some over-the-air check-ins. I want to get on the OARS net check-in now.
KF0HOD Boaz.
Kilo Bravo 0, Romeo Hotel Alpha, KB0RHA, Rich, Mount Vernon.
F0
WE0V, Elaine in Northeast Joplin. No further traffic.
All right, I'm going to stop you guys there and start out with KF0HOD. Bob, how are you doing tonight?
Good evening, Wes. Doing well. Thanks for asking. I hope everybody else is doing well. I am a new Aurorite. I'm not sure if that's the proper term for someone who resides within the city there, or at least a property owner. I haven't gotten myself moved yet, but we closed on our place over there towards the airport there, and really excited about it. Of course, I get to the property and I double check the roof and everything else, and then I end up wandering around looking up because there was an airplane, and other than that, I see trees that need wire in them. Really look forward to that. I heard Sean mention something about disconnecting wire from his radio or something. I didn't catch the preceding part of that. If we have storms coming or if there's something we should be concerned about. I did catch the traffic about the lake levels, and boy, you know, it makes such a mess when they get so high that you need to take a boat to get to the marina. And I had a buddy who had a boat out at the marina. That's just ridiculous. But I'd rather have a little extra water than be dry. Good luck for everybody with the ponds. So anyway, I am glad to be part of the net tonight, and I'll turn her back to you, Wes A0OC from KF0HOD in the net.
All right, Bob. Yeah, I think there's some chances of thunderstorms throughout the week, really. Maybe what Sean was talking about. I probably want to disconnect mine, too, because I think that the chances for tonight were after midnight. And I hopefully aren't going to be up at that time to see if they actually do come in or not. All right, well, 73, Bob, and we'll move down to KB0RHA. Richard, how are you doing tonight?
Well, I'm doing fairly good this evening. I've got satellite internet, and I think I had a bird hit the side of my antenna, so my internet is down. I couldn't use a net logger, but anyway, that's due to get fixed here in the next day or so. But anyhow, not really looking forward to more rain. I've already got a swamp in the backyard. But anyway, glad to be part of the net. Hope you get a few more in there. 7-3s, everybody. KB0RHA, back to net control.
All right, Rich, thanks for checking in tonight. I appreciate having you here. And I'm going to say 73 and move on down to Elaine, WE0V. How are you doing tonight, Elaine?
I'm doing pretty good, other than having a slight cold or allergies. And I'm hoping that I don't have that big C word called COVID. I've already had it once, but my in-home health lady tested positive for it yesterday, so I'm praying and praying that I don't get it again because I don't want it. But other than that, I feel okay, and just leave it in the Lord's hands and hope everybody try to stay dry. And I'll just leave it at that and hand it back to you, Wes. This is WE0V 73s.
Well, Elaine, I certainly hope that you don't have it too. I've had it twice myself, and neither time was any fun at all. So, but made it through it, and that's the important part. There are a few lasting effects from it, though. But I've had to be using oxygen full time since then, and higher rate than I was using it part-time before. So it wasn't any fun, that's for sure. But appreciate you checking in tonight, and we're going to say 73 and move on down. I did have a net logger check in. KF60Z. Mel, how have you been doing?
E0OC, this KF60Z. Everything's going pretty good here. We just got home, took in a matinee movie in Monette this afternoon. Barely made it in here, and you're already cranking up the net. Thanks for running the net. 73 to everybody there on the net. Looks like we kind of missed the main thrust of the rain that's coming through, but maybe we'll get a good wetting before the night's over. KF60Z.
Yeah, I haven't really looked at the exact forecast to see what we do have in store for us, but hopefully it's nothing severe. This time of year, you never know what's going to come about, but hopefully we don't have any severe weather, but we'll take what we get because we ain't got any choice. So appreciate you checking in, Mel, and that puts us at the bottom of the list. Do I have any further check-ins for the OARSnet?
Kilo Alpha Zero, Romeo Mike, KSRM, Bob in Aurora.
WB0QV, WB0 Oscar Queen Victor, Jim in Maryville.
W0HSN, Whiskey Zero Hotel Sierra November, Lee in Greenfield.
All right, going to stop you guys right there, and we'll start out with Bob, KA0RM. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, Wes, I'm doing pretty good. Been kind of a slow day for me. I did go there about 10 o'clock, 10:30 I guess it was, and moved a trailer around there at work and unloaded a trailer. Supplies, but that was about it. Been a pretty decent day out there. Not like it was yesterday, but it wasn't too bad, I guess. Had a little shower here about 5:30. Enough if you got a little bit wet if you're standing outside, but that's about it. So I think that's probably what we're all going to get here. Wind blew pretty good today. But I think that's about it. So thanks for running the net and sounding good. A0C, KA0RM.
All right, Bob. Well, thanks for checking in tonight. Appreciate having you there. And let's say 73 and move down to Jimmy, WB0OQV. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay, Wes. WB0QV. I was preoccupied there. I had a guy pop up on 10 meters in New Zealand that was POTA, so I was trying to work him. And I did, so he just sent me a message, so got that done. And not too much here. Had to do a little antenna work this week. My 160 meter dipole rope broke, so had to try to get it back in the tree. Got that done, so that didn't take too long, thank goodness. Anyway, not much else. I've had about 3 days of noise-free operation until it came back on tonight at 5 o'clock, so still chasing the ghost. Anyway, I guess the weather's been pretty nice except today, and of course we all know how that is. I guess it's going to get worse the next day or two, but I guess it is what it is. Anyway, Wes, thanks for running the net. 7-3 to everybody on there, and everybody have a good evening. WB0QV.
Well, Jimmy, thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate having you there. And yeah, POTA out of New Zealand. That sounds pretty cool. I haven't ever got one of them before. So, but appreciate you checking in. And we're going to move on down to W0HSN. Lee, how are you doing tonight?
Yeah, good evening, Wes, and everybody on the net. Doing okay. Not a very active day here spent most of the day working in the house, but just got home from seeing the wife. Got pretty good rain going on right now with quite a bit of lightning, but it's just skirting north of town, so I think we're going to miss the worst of it. Other than that, not a whole lot going on. Getting ready for the torture chamber in the morning over at Barton County Hospital. Got to go there and do my treadmill and all that jazz. So I'm going to go to bed a little early tonight and see if I can get some sleep before I have to get up and face that. Other than that, Wes, nothing going on. Take care and say good evening to everybody on the net. W0HSN.
Well, Lee, it's good hearing you on here tonight, and hopefully they don't torture you too bad tomorrow. But I understand that it's important that you find out where you stand health-wise. So, but appreciate you being on, and we'll say 73. And next up on NetLogger, we had another check-in there. I hope that you can hear me. It's N0YH Chris out of Neosho.
AE0OC, this is N0YH. Handle here is Chris. And thanks for picking me up, Wes. Yeah, I'm hearing you just fine. Actually, you're coming in pretty darn good, really. I've seen this repeater, and I had it programmed in the radio, but I've just never really scanned it much. Heard you guys talking and realized you guys got a net going on, so wanted to jump in there and say hi. And sounds like a good net, good group of people. The missus and I, we didn't do much. We just went shopping today and picked up some food, stuff like that. So nothing real exciting, but my gosh, what a beautiful day it was. So that's all I got, Wes. Back to you, N0YH.
All right, Chris, I don't know if you were around for the announcements that I put out earlier when I started the net out, but a few things of note for you. It might be that the OARS Club's going to be having a ham fest in Mount Vernon. It'll be the 25th of this month. It's at the Mark Center. It's right there on the main loop in Mount Vernon, and it's from 8 to 1. You can find all the details at www.w0oar.com. And we have this net every Tuesday night. We have a D-Star net on Monday nights at 8 o'clock. And on the first Saturday of the month, we have a simplex net. And the guy that runs it has a really good tower and a good antenna. And I'm pretty certain that as well as you're hitting the repeater tonight, that he'll be able to pick you out no problem. So if you want to check into any of those nets, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, Roger, I'll take you up on that offer. And I was aware of the Hamfest you guys got coming up there. Whiskey Echo Zero Victor has been on our local nets and advertising for you guys quite regularly. So we do have word of it, and I just might mosey that way when time comes. But thank you, Wes, N0YH.
All right, Chris. And Elaine, thank you for passing the word down that direction for us. And so that puts us at the bottom of the list. And if checking to see if I have any more check-ins. This is AE0OC looking for check-ins to the OARS net.
K0LAF, Kilo Zero Lima, Alpha Foxtrot, Charlie and Republic.
All right, K0LAF. Charlie, how you been doing?
AE0OC in the group, K0LAF. I'm doing good. I just wanted to jump in and say good evening to everyone. And in and amongst various appointments today, Brenda and I managed to get to Springfield Conservation Center and activate it again. And made 103 contacts on 20, 15, and 17 meters, and 3 or 4 of them in Europe. So that was a good activation for us. The day was a lot better than what was forecast. In fact, before the sun went under the clouds, it got pretty warm. So anyway, that's all we have, and hope you're doing good. Back to you, Wes, K0LF.
Charlie, I'm glad you got out there and enjoyed some of the last of the nice weather before it drops off a little cooler on us. Sean and I, of course, went out yesterday. We had a good time at that. And that was really the first time that I've ever done much of anything on 12 meters. And I've got like 2 or 3 contacts on 12 other than that. And so I was pretty excited about doing that, and doing some DX on 12 was really amazing to me. So in any case, glad you checked in tonight. And I'm going to say 73. And we're still at the bottom of the list. So this is AE0OC. Any further check-ins for the OARS net? Well, I don't know. Zach may have taken all the check-ins last week for 2 weeks worth here. I don't know. But I'm going to call out one more time for check-ins for the OARS net.
K0RWD, Kilo Zero Romeo Whiskey Delta, Ron in Cassville.
All right, K0RWD. Ron, how are you doing tonight?
Pretty good. Got some outside work done, but I am kind of tired of this weather that we're having, and even the people that should be in there checking, they need to have another look at it. But I guess that's kind of the way things that it's going to be. And with that, I'll just turn it back to net control and say 7-3 for everybody on the net. K0RWD.
All right, Ron. Well, we do appreciate you being in here tonight. I'm going to say 73 to you, and see if we got any more check-ins for the net. Any more check-ins for the OARS net? All right, before I make a final call, I'm going to say that Marvin in 0MLP, they had a thunderstorm coming through their area, and he shut everything down, so that's why he was unable to check in, but he is on the live stream watching us. So we're going to wave at Marvin and say hello, and give one last call for check-ins to the OARS net. All right, well, nothing heard. Had 14 contacts total, including myself, and very much appreciate every one of you. And hopefully we'll get a few more next week. I know that weather kind of changes things around. We're going into spring too, so we may kind of slack off a little bit, but I very much appreciate it. We have a great time on this net every week, and I want to say 73 to everybody, and call it a net and return the repeater to normal traffic.